My shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play fake. Mahomes, a 26 conversion. On the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. Can't wait to see what the 2nd quarter has in store. And we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Is caught by Watkins for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 8 yards out, and the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from it. What happened there?
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Holding, receiving team.
Set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Second down, Dalton. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Dalton here from the gun. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. And Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Start offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. And it'll be Dalton again. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a bang. The Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Bullock good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a Bengals score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be to the 25. final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 90.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL and give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Dalton up, play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they weren't a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Now here's Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Michael Johnson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. Green, 90.
On the run, this is Hunt. Back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
90. Green, 90. Hut.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they... A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. All right, here's Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Big spot. Andy Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Dalton wants to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Line of scrimmage. Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This from 51 yards for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime,
as they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield here, Dalton. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here and over. From the gun, Dalton. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's face it, we've been there before. We've seen guys, maybe they hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, one-man stand. Here's Dalton. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.